All right, welcome back. Episode 4, I think it is, of the Bloch Party podcast. It's me and Rigo, per usual. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Just moved into my new place, so the
That
background's gonna seem a little bit different, but pretty chill.
background looking clean is a lot better than mine for those who are watching the YouTube, because I know we got listeners and watchers. Anyways, today we got people, we got stuff to talk about, people to see, people to talk about. I want to dive into scalpers and graphics cards because market sucks right now. I know that Nvidia's graphics cards are in a shortage and that people who want to build PCs can't because crypto miners are taking the graphics cards and hogging them all essentially and just using them for their crypto mining shenanigans. But honestly, it's kind of annoying. And I'll tell you, I want to hear what you have to say, but I'll tell you in a second what I've experienced.
I mean, I have a lot to say about these guys. I mean, I was gonna ask you, what do they like? Do they need like that much of a like? I don't know how crypto mining works, so
So I have a couple friends who actually crypto mine, and I've talked to them about like what they do. Basically, it's an investment, is what they call it. They drop about $10,000 to $15,000 of their money buying 6 or 7 graphics cards, right? And then they take those graphics cards and they build essentially what's a shell of a computer. It's not a computer, but it's literally just like a frame, and it holds all these graphics cards in place. And then it's like the bare bones minimum to run a system. And then I believe they have a program that's connected to like this business that essentially rents out their computer, these graphics cards, they rent them to mine crypto and they get paid for that. And it's really not that much. Like my friend has um I think like two 3090s and like a 3080. So he only has 3 and it makes him like 30 bucks a day or 60 bucks a day. It's like it's less than $100 is what I remember him saying. Obviously, if I asked him, he'd probably be like, "No, dude, it makes like 300 bucks a day," which is totally not true. But I mean, to invest that much money into it and like make that little, it just seems so pointless. And now these companies are starting to release these graphics card with they describe it as LHR, which is called limited hash rate, and to counteract these scalpers. And what limited hash rate does is it like kind of limits the amount of crypto that can be mined, essentially, as far as my knowledge is concerned. So which is
okay.
good in my opinion. I think that's a great idea, but it still doesn't stop the scalpers entirely, which pisses me off.
hmm Well, that was pretty confusing, but I get like kind of the basics of what you were saying.
Yeah, they take everything.
Crypto's kind of weird.
Yeah, exactly. They take everything and leave nothing for the rest of us who just want PCs.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to some people about scalpers before, and I mean, should I just state my opinion? I don't like scalpers. Obviously, I don't think people,
I hate
anybody
scalpers. I'm
does.
with you.
Yeah, I do hate scalpers.
If you don't hate scalpers, it means you're one of them yourselves.
If you don't hate scalpers, you're a scalper. I know scalpers that hate scalpers, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not scalping. I'm just trying to make a quick buck." You're scalping. You're 100% scalping, and it's just like I mean, it's not just like their fault, but it's also, I mean, I don't know Nvidia's situation with making graphics card, but they don't make that much. They make only like a little bit to the point where like it sells out like really fast, or I don't know how much they make. They make and they I feel like Nvidia should start making more graphics cards so that they don't have a scalping issue in the first place. I mean, I don't know how much it costs. I don't know like if it
Well,
requires a lot of resources, so I don't know if that point is valid. What do you think?
I think I hear what you're saying, but I think the problem with the shortage right now is like like literally the raw materials it takes to make the graphics cards are on a shortage right now. So the problem is they can only pump
Mm,
out so many at a time. So it's not even Nvidia's fault. It's these people who go in and buy 5, 6 graphics cards at a time and then use
mhm.
them for that instead of one person buying one for their PC and another buying it for theirs. Like the problem is it has turned a product that has cost normally $500
Into
into
$1,000 or $2,000 or
literally yesterday, last night, I purchased a 3070 Ti. You know how much it cost me?
How much?
$969.
You bought a 3070 Ti
I
for
bought a
99.
3070 Ti
I
last
wouldn't
night,
have done that. I
and
would
here
not
is
have done.
why. I'm building a new PC
Okay.
right now. And I waited, I wanted to say this to you on the pod because I wanted to hear your initial reaction,
Mhm.
uh, which wasn't very satisfying, but that's okay. Yes, I'm
No,
building a
no,
new
no, no. I'm
PC.
just surprised you paid that much for a graphics card, bro.
So I got it off Best Buy because I had it bookmarked.
Wait, wait. Best Buy sold it to you for 900 bucks.
Yeah, and I have to go pick it up
Ooh.
next week.
Okay. So
Basically,
even Best Buy scalping?
kind of, because literally, I kid you not, I've had this bookmarked on my Google Chrome browser for probably a month, 2 months now, at least 2 months. And I would every once in a while, maybe once every 2 weeks, I'd go and what I had bookmarked was the link to Best Buy's 3070. So when I'd click the link, it would list all the different 3070 brands, and it was always sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. And literally last night, I click it and it's in stock. So I was like, okay, shoot, I'm picking one up and building a new PC because I've wanted to build a new PC for a while now. And
Yeah.
so the process is I've never had this before unless like I like gotten like a drop like Supreme or something, which I've never purchased, but like I understand that you have to go through a waiting list. Point is, I click on it, add to cart, right? I go to purchase it, the 3090, and it takes like 5 minutes for them to verify. I had to make an account at Best Buy first of
Wait,
all.
a 3090?
No, 3070, sorry.
Okay.
Um, I had to make an account for Best Buy just to like verify my account or whatever so that I could purchase it. And then I had to go through like a waiting list because there's like a
Because they
queue.
have limits and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so which is good, but the problem is that shouldn't happen in the first place. And so I eventually after like 20 minutes I'm able to purchase it, but $969. And then of course I go to like now that I have the, the graphics card secured, like that's when I started going and building like to PC part picker and I started putting all my parts together. And so the entire rig, which would normally cost like 1500 is gonna cost me like over $2,000, which is ridiculous.
Wait, what specs are on your PC? Like what
Um,
RAM did you get and
I
like what
got
other?
32 gigs. That's why I said I was looking at it
It's
yesterday.
not bad.
I got 850 watts. I'm getting i5, the
What's your
12.
CPU?
What do you mean CPU?
Your the CPU.
Yeah, I'm getting
Ryzen.
Intel i5
Oh,
2600
an i5.
or
Okay,
12
okay.
12600. Which is like their newest one. And then typically I'm an AMD guy, but I'm working with my friend who's like really good in computers. He says that Intel's starting to surpass AMD. So I said,
Mhm.
all right, I
Like
trust your
Ryzen,
judgment.
yeah. Intel
Yeah.
is better than Ryzen.
So I said, all right, I trust your judgment. I will go with Intel this time.
I have an
Um,
i7.
yeah. So I have an AMD in my current build right now, but I'm gonna go with in.
It's because AMD is like cheaper and they try to like match Intel, but Intel's overall like better.
Okay, that's a good way of put. I see what you're saying there because I've always been AMD,
It's
but
like
I've
it's like
always
a
been
thermal
budget.
flask. It's like a thermal flask and a hydro flask thing.
Yeah.
Like hydro flask is technically better. Like if you look into it, like and if you do tests, like with like if you put ice cubes in a hydro flask and if you put it in a thermal flask, the hydro flask will last a little bit longer. That's like the thing with AMD and Intel. Like Intel is better, but AMD Ryzen's trying to like match that and say like,
Hmm.
hey, we can give you the same thing but for cheaper. But
Well, they
in
are
reality, over
competitors.
time, it's yeah. In reality, over time, it's gonna like deteriorate, and your Intel's just gonna start working like
Uh,
it's still gonna be strong.
and so you said you had i7. How has that like been working for you so far?
Good. I'm able to
Good?
run what I need to. I wish I had an i9 though, because
Really?
I do run a yeah I run a lot of things at once.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah. See, I'm different. I like when I'm done with something, I close it.
yeah, so an i9 would be nice because like if I wanted to like let's say for like recording stuff, if I don't want to use my graphics card because I'm running like a hardcore game, then I could use my CPU. You know, so
Yeah.
that works out pretty good. But honestly, I like my i7. I like my 3070. I think I have a Ti actually. I had to check. I had to double check. But
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, with scalpers, it's just man, they're pieces of crap. Like I'm just gonna take it out like right there. But like I get what they're trying to say. We're like, oh, we're like shoe resellers. Like when a shoe drops, we'll just buy it and resell. Like that's what we're doing. No, but like these
It
like shoe,
just it destroys the market, inflation, because
it
nobody likes inflation. Nobody.
yeah.
And
Even with
that's
shoes, it's like different. Even with shoes, it's different. There's such a wide variety of shoes that
exactly.
if a certain Jordan were to sell out, people aren't like some people might get pissed off, but they're not gonna be like, oh, this is the end of the world because I need this shoe, unless they're like a hardcore sneakerhead. But with like 3090s, 3080s, 3070s, it's just like you have to be a real piece of crap to to like like become a scalper for those and not let anybody else have a chance at it. But even worse, go on eBay and put it up for like $3,000. Like
Facts.
you're literally a piece of crap. Like I could say so many things about scalpers right now, and but that would be like a whole episode. But dude, like because I've had my own experiences with scalpers. Like there are people saying like hey, like I just got ripped off by this, and they rip people off. Like some of them have like legit 3090s, and they take pictures of them to like show like hey it's genuine, or they just buy the box and they rip people off. Like they send them like a box of like full like
Ugh, it's
foam or
so
whatever.
annoying.
Like it's like even scalpers are scammers. Like literally, if you're a scalper, you're a scammer, 100%, hundred
Yeah,
percent. Like
I would agree with that. It's yeah, it's not even like I respect people who like, because I've done this myself. It's if you see a market for something and you like can make money off of that, like go for it. If you have an opportunity to make a bag, but then there's those people who kind of take it overboard and then they start like doing what you say. They start scamming people, and that's when it's like, okay, that's not something I would do. So
because you see like even influencers, they have like you see them stack
Dogecoin,
like up
yeah.
3090s, up 3090s, up 3090s, and you see like hey I'm doing like a giveaway, and then they fake the giveaway, or they just like show like hey I have this many 3090s, how many do you have? Like nah dude, you're a piece of crap. Like
Oh,
stop.
yeah, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, like, they just use it for clout. Yeah, they don't even
They just
sell
use
them or
it. They
use
just use it for
them.
clout. They don't even sell them. They're just saying like, haha, I have
Yeah.
this many 3090s and I don't use them. Or maybe they use them to like crypto mine. I don't know that market at all. But
Well,
it's
I
just
don't
like
even know how to
you're a
feel
piece of
about
crap if you're
crypto.
scalping.
Like, this is like NFTs, dude. That's like the same thing. I just don't get the NFT train.
Oh man, we could make a whole
Let's
episode on
dude, no, no, no,
NFTs,
let's
bro.
talk about it right now. Let's talk about it right now.
All right, all
NFTs,
right, all right.
they are stupid. Okay?
Okay.
And this is coming from a kid who collected Pokemon cards as a kid and made lots of money selling Pokemon cards. I think NFTs
Hmm.
are the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, and here's why. One,
Okay.
they are not tangible. You can look at them on the screen, but when you have them, like when you have something in your hand that's like a collectible, like that's different. You get to look at it, you get to feel it, you can like appreciate it, and you can make physical art with it. Whereas this,
Hmm.
it's just a JPEG on a computer screen, like, and all the art's like really, really ugly. Like I'll use like I think it's like Bored Ape or something like
Bored
that.
Ape. I was gonna mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, like, dude, those pictures are so ugly, and people don't even do it to appreciate art. It is widely known that people are doing this to make a quick buck. And
No, 100%.
it's like the initial investment for like actual collectible items is because you actually wanted it, not because you wanted to make money off of it. Like when I collected Pokemon cards, like I wasn't collecting Pokemon cards with the idea that, "Hey, I could sell this and get more money." No, 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 it was, "I want this for my collection because I think it looks cool and placed all next to all my other cards, and I can create this cool, like, memorabilia thing that is tangible." And so,
Hmm.
the idea behind, like, this NFT is really, really stupid. Also, I think another problem, like, NFT is and this is good for NFTs, bad for people who oppose it, is actual investors are getting behind it, which is like, ugh, 'cause
Hmm.
if they didn't get behind it, then it would die.
Well, I agree with you that it's ridiculous, but it makes sense. Like if there's a and they're very smart with this. Like people that are investing in NFTs, even influencers that are like Snoop Dogg, like he has his own mansion in the what's it called? The metaverse? Yeah. Like he has a guy that he pays specifically to work his like metaverse stuff. Like look it up, and I saw this ape. I wish I could show it to you right now, but it's literally an ape like with like a weird smile that's crying. It costs 106.99 Ethereum, which is equivalent to $332,000 just for a picture of a monkey.
Yeah, let me, right
Like
click and save ad, dog.
like that is yeah no facts, but here's the thing, if you put value, it's like art, like it legit is like art. Like some art is like ugly as hell, but people will buy it because
Dude, that's why I
People
hate
know
art.
other
That
people
is
are
why I
playing.
hate art. I don't understand how people can put value on that when it's like, uh, I just
The value comes from others. That's
no,
what it
I
is.
understand. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. Or sorry, one man's
Exactly.
trash.
One
So
man's trash is another man's treasure.
uh,
Like me personally, I wouldn't spend $1 million on art, but another person they'd be like, "Oh, $1 million is light work. You know, I'll sell my house for this piece of like Leonardo da Vinci like remake." You know, people. It, it's weird. They made it into a market. Like NFTs used to be like nothing, but
now,
because people
hang
were
on, hang on.
smart and they made
Let
it.
me interrupt you. The
Yeah.
one thing I will say about art is some art has a historical significance. And so like art like the Last Supper, everybody knows what the Last Supper is. So
Mm-hmm.
that has significance.
And then Mona
Whereas
Lisa.
Mona Lisa's another one, like Starry Night by Van Gogh, right? These
Mm-hmm.
like super famous paintings. Like that's fine. I understand that. Like these famous painters who lived hundreds of years ago, I understand that. Whereas if you pull up with a freaking bored ape and say, "Yo, give me 100 grand for this," I would be like, "You're out of your mind." Like that just
But don't they also get an invitation to like a yacht club or whatever
too.
if they buy that NFT? No, that's what they said. If you buy an NFT like a certain NFT by Bored Ape or Bored yeah whatever, you get like an invitation to like their yacht or whatever.
I
That's why it's called Bored Ape Yacht Club. But I don't know if that's like a
I have
metaverse
no
thing or a
idea.
real life thing. Yeah, it says right here. A collection of 10,000 Bored Ape NFTs, unique digital collectibles, living on the Ethereum blockchain. It doubles as your Yacht Club membership card and grants access to members only benefits. The first of which is access to the bathroom, a collaborative graffiti board. Future areas and perks can be unlocked by the community
Is this in the
through roadmap
metaverse or is
activation.
this a physical place?
I think it's in the metaverse. From what I'm
That's
hearing, it's in the
stupid.
metaverse. But here's the thing. Yeah, no, it 100% is stupid. It 100% is.
Literally,
And
Ready Player One is coming to life.
that's almost scary. Like the metaverse can also be another episode. Like that's actually like if people are going to get used to having these on 24/7 some freaking goggles and living somewhere
Go touch
else,
some grass, dog.
dude, that's sad. Like I've seen YouTube videos of people like parodying the metaverse like in the future, and bro, that would actually like freak me out, dude. But it's just like with NFTs, they found a way to make it a market, and now once influencers get involved, oh good luck, man. They did it with crypto, now they're doing it with NFTs. And then there's the influencers, these fake NFT companies, they pay influencers to say, oh, I buy these NFTs all the time and stuff like that. When they're capping, they
No,
just got
they
paid to say that.
don't.
And then guess what, they do like a rug pull type thing that they do with cryptocurrencies. They get a bunch of people to invest in the NFTs, take their money, and then it's worth
Back
nothing.
out. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
It's
facts.
just like that's why I will. That's why I refuse to get in that market, like ever. Like maybe crypto, but NFTs no. Like, and with the historic thing that you were saying, some NFTs do have historic value. Like
Like what?
the the NBA hot shots. Like that's different. That's different. Like
No, it's
it.
not. No, it's
No
not.
no no
I
no
think
no no
Top
no.
Shot is stupid.
No,
I
it is
can.
stupid. No, I'm not saying it's not stupid. I'm just saying if I could own that clip.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, I can. No, no, no. You're literally
Oh
paying just to
gosh.
say, "Hey, I own this clip of Michael Jordan doing that." You know what I mean? Like that's what people that's what got people into it in the first place.
No,
Like
you
no,
can't. You can't say, "Hey, I own LeBron's block from Game 6 of the 27 or Game 7 of the 2016 finals." Like, no, I can go to YouTube. It's like, well, okay, you let's say you own the clip, right? You own the video of LeBron's block.
it's
What are
just
you gonna do
bragging
with that?
rights. It's just bragging rights, shared. Like you don't actually
That's the
like do
thing.
anything. Like you can't
Who are you
restrict it.
gonna
You
go
can't do nothing.
brag to?
People online, like people don't
Because
care.
because here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I know if I bought that, you wouldn't like care. You'd probably be like
I can go
worried
to
about me. Like,
YouTube
hey, are
and
you
watch
okay?
it, and I can
Yeah.
screen record it, and then save it to my files, and then be like, "Look at this! I own it too."
But is your name in paper on a contract saying, "Hey, Jared owns this clip"?
No,
That's the difference. That's
but
the difference.
who cares? Like, if I'd rather have like
Who
a rare
cares?
card, you know? Like, let's go like these the baseball cards, like these. Anybody who ever had a childhood collected trading cards when they were younger. And so if you got a rare card, that is a lit
But
well,
that's physical. But that's physical. This is digital. This is digital. I know. Here's the thing. I don't I don't like this either. I don't. I think Top Shots are stupid too. But I could see why people are buying them.
alright, you know what we need to
It's
do? We
literally
need to
hype.
have
It's literally hype.
we need to have, like, a roundtable discussion with, like, a Socratic seminar with 3 to 6 people, and we have differing sides
Oh man, NFT, bro, that would last like 2 hours,
on
bro.
freaking NFTs. I think it'd be
We gotta do
so
that. Hey,
funny.
that's future episode. We're gonna
Yeah,
get like
facts.
five,
Well, we'll
six
do
different
that.
people. I'm gonna discuss NFTs, and we're gonna have like our screens on so that we can look at them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, on what?
But we should do an NFT tier list.
NFT tier
An
list.
NFT tier list.
Okay, dude.
We're gonna do that. That'd be
Yeah, Bored Ape
hilarious.
takes, like, 9 out of the 10 spots. That
I
would be
put Bored
so
Ape
dumb.
on top, bro. No.
Okay, dog. Anyways, alright, yeah, I don't even know what to
Yeah,
say.
scalpers, they're a piece of crap. NFTs and Top Shots and all that, they're stupid. That's
You
pretty
just
much
said they
literally what
weren't,
they are.
though.
No, I never say they weren't. No, they are stupid. 100%. I don't like
I
them.
thought you were
I just think
disagreeing with me.
no. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying this is why people do it. Like they just want
Money.
something
They
that
just want
says
money.
yeah. Well, they want money, and also people are weirdos, and they want their name to literally be on the clip. Like say like, okay, I own this clip, no one else does. It's an ego thing. It's 100% an ego thing. Because like if I own something, like if I had this fan and like everyone else had like access to like use this fan, but everyone knows that this fan is mine, then that's a different feeling for me. But that's like that's what people think, and I don't know. I could be butchering it a lot, but I that's why I think people get into NFTs and stuff like that. But that's a whole different market. That's a whole like I'm not getting into that, dude. Because now influencers are
Yeah.
getting involved and
You will
scams
not
and
catch me
rug
doing that.
pulls. And
If I ever get a sponsorship by an NFT company, I will say no.
you might as well start scamming your fans if you say yeah.
I will say no because I have
I f
integrity. All right.
Yeah, well, people like the Island Boys and all that don't. Did you
Eh,
did you see the Island Boys NFT thing?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not like super familiar with
They
it.
they started singing like NFT, like they
Stop, stop,
started.
stop,
It's
stop.
so bad. It's
Oh
so
my
bad.
gosh. Okay, so I do want to talk about one of our top five, I would say probably top 5 games of all time in its prime. Fortnite recently just updated their game and removed pretty much the most essential aspect of it. Care to explain?
I can't explain why they did it.
No, but
I
explain
can
what
I
they
can
did.
only well
It's pretty
they
simple.
removed building. They removed building, and building is a huge part of Fortnite. And I've
No, no,
shared
no,
my
no. That's not a
opinion.
huge part of Fortnite. That
It
is
is
Fortnite. That's what separated Fortnite from the competitors.
100%. And let me get into why I do. I mean, I you know my opinion on Fortnite. I'm not the best
I
builder.
don't. But yeah, let's hear
Well,
it.
I've expressed this before to you. Like I kind of stopped playing because I'm not that good at building, and I kind of like lost interest because so many people are already better than me at it to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of like behind the curve, so I just quit. But
Okay.
then now that building's gone, I feel like somebody like me who has like, I mean, I consider myself to have good aim in like FPS shooters and stuff like
Yeah.
that, or like third person shooters. So because I played like Gears of War and stuff like that, and I was
Mhm.
pretty good at it. And so I feel like I can come back to Fortnite and still be like pretty good at it because like it's a thing of like game sense versus like aim as well. Like that means because building is gone, that removes a certain element of the game, and now people are going to start implementing new things, or people coming from other games are going to start implementing like their tactics into Fortnite, and it's going to work because the only thing that countered that was building the Taj Mahal in 5 seconds. You know, like
I do
that's
agree that building did kind of like take away from game sense slash aim. I know those are two different things, but like
it added no, it added game sense. It
no,
added a
because if you build, it's like if you got shot at or had bad positioning, just build a wall. Like let's say a
no
dude had
no
high
people.
ground on you, right? All you had to do was
Mhm.
build. That
Yeah,
removed
but you
game
have to, but
sense.
yeah, but that created like okay. like what is that person gonna do now? Like if I shoot at you and you just build around you, okay, what's the next step? Do I go down and like do I build towards you and like try to attack you? Do I just sit there and wait for you to get
Well,
out of
so
your
what
little
you're saying is
bubble?
it added its own kind of game sense.
Yeah, it added its own type of game sense.
But, yeah, I get that, but at the same time, I feel like it removed the traditional type of game sense that
No, it
90% of other
100% did.
games had, and
People
that's
that were good
like
at Fortnite are not gonna be good at Fortnite because of the building being taken away. Because there are people that don't have the best aim but had insane building skills. But honestly, no, that I don't
well
know. That
well
could be
well
that could be subjective.
so now it's just gonna be an aim battle, which
It is, and I like that. I like that. That's because
I
I'm good with aiming.
I I think that's a good thing because I'm gonna agree with you on this. I think that's a good thing because games that don't have a clear skill gap in their system, I think aren't being very well. They're catering to the casuals. I think games that have a clear skill gap are like what's the word I'm looking for? More successful on a competitive level.
Yeah.
So you know, I would definitely agree with that. Anything I missed on that comment though?
Not really. It's just like I might re-download Fortnite again just because it's something different, you know. Like it's just a new experience. I don't know why they did it. People are saying like, oh, like they didn't mean to do it, but if they didn't mean to do it, then they would have added it the next day or the next like hour the update came out. You know, there's a reason why they did it. Maybe to bring back people that aren't so good at building. Because have you noticed the people that stayed playing Fortnite are the people that are good at building? Like there aren't like trash cans on Fortnite. Like there might be like there's obviously
Oh, there
trash
are.
cans in every game. No, there's obviously trash cans in every game, but Fortnite's its own different kind of like fan base, you know? Like I don't know. Like with Call of Duty, you're always gonna see trash cans. Fortnite, there's like there's trash cans, but like, I don't know. It's it's different. I just think Fortnite's a very like different game than other games
Well,
in the
it
sense
was
of like
different and now it's not.
now it's not. And I like that it's not right now because it matches it's gonna bring back players that weren't so good at building. And is that like taking away a skill gap? Yeah, it is. It 100% is.
Yeah, so there's pros and cons to it. I'd say overall though, I think it's a good thing.
I think it eliminates a skill gap and I think it brings a skill gap. By that I mean like people aren't gonna have to like they can't just build around themselves when they're getting shot at.
Yeah,
They actually have to like okay like I need to like actually like worry about my positioning and stuff like that.
game sense.
Whether or, yeah, instead of just like okay I could create my own positioning and like I could go like 10 feet in the air in like 1 second and I could like edit like crazy. Now they have to be like okay I have to jump over this wall, I have to hide behind cover, okay where's this guy shooting me from, like it adds a skill gap and it's taking away a skill gap and it's making its own game sense.
Um, I was following the conversation on Twitter because obviously I follow all these big streamers, and the overall kind of agreement was that building is good, and that they hopefully keep it permanent. I don't know because I don't actually play
Building,
Fortnite. Like the removal of building was good. I don't did I say
I like it.
yeah. So even though I don't even play the game, I think I would consider returning for a short period of time to see um if it's fun or not. Because
I would consider like returning and staying because right now it's like a new stage of Fortnite. Like Fortnite's a whole different game now, 100%
I would
because
agree with
it's not
that.
because it's there's no buildings, so it's bringing back people like okay, let me give Fortnite another try because like some 10-year-old isn't building like the Eiffel Tower on me, you know, like let's give it another shot. Maybe it's like because when I first played Fortnite, I didn't rely on building. I just saw people and I shot them. Like yeah, I would build a little bit. Like when this
Yeah,
game like first came out, like nobody knew how to build. Like they'd probably build like walls in front of them, but they didn't know how to like do 90s. They didn't know how to build like whole forts in like seconds. Like they didn't
that's
know that,
true.
and
I was
that was
able to play
when
a
I
lot more
had fun.
aggressive.
Exactly, I was able to play a lot more aggressive, and I was able to like match my skill with their skill. Like okay, may the best man win in the form of like gunfight and stuff like that. But with building, I sucked at it. Like I was not good. Like you were the better builder. Like when we played, I just had a game sense, and I just like had good aim, but that couldn't keep up with people building.
Yeah, no, I think the best if they make this permanent and say no more building for the rest of four, it's going in the vault or
I
whatever.
don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna bring it down.
Let's theorize, okay? Let's hope if they make it permanent, the best thing that's gonna come from it is no more cringe 15-year-old kids posting their stupid creative montages on Twitter.
My creative is still there.
Yeah, but they're not gonna play creative and build fight if it's not in the competitive game mode.
Oh,
If
you're
they make it
right.
permanent, that's done. With it like a Juice World song to them editing
Oh,
and one
Juice
pumping a kid,
Juice World.
that's gone.
That
That's gone.
Juice. I love how you said Juice World because that's so
Lit- it-
accurate.
Every it's every montage is the same. It's Juice
And then
World
the
and then
music is
them
loud as
editing a
hell.
wall and then one pumping a kid and then it goes slow and transitions to the next clip of them one pumping a kid listening to XX Tentacion. Like it's just
And
all
then
the same.
the transitions are like super cringy. Like it's like the block like moving,
And then
and
their
then it's like
bio
the
says
Star Wars thing. Like
16, free agent, editor for question mark. Like, dude, nobody cares. 500 earnings. Like,
500
dude,
and no earns.
this is
What was
like,
that kid's name? That Peace Control Kyle kid, the dog water, the guy who created that. Like your dog water, your trash, like no earns. But
I
that was
don't
so
even
stupid. That
know,
was
and I'm
funny though.
glad I don't know. So I don't even.
You definitely know. You just don't remember.
I know. Okay, whatever. It's just, it's like boils my emotions. I hate it.
To summarize that, yeah, Fortnite took off building. I think it's for the better. Jared thinks it's for the better.
Yeah.
A lot of people are agreeing that it's for the better, and we'll see how it goes.
No
Maybe they'll
more
bring it back.
montages. No more montages.
There's still gonna be montages. They're just not gonna be cringe.
No, they'll still be cringe, but hopefully less building. All right, I do want to jump to sports. We got two things I want to talk about. Number
Okay.
one, March Madness is happening right now. We're recording this on the 25th. It'll probably go up on the 25th. Um, so we're in the middle of the Sweet 16. So some teams have already gone to the Elite Eight. I'll list the bracket right now so we know where we're at. Um, the Elite Eight is currently Arkansas and Duke are going to play tomorrow. And then Villanova and Houston are versing each other. And then right now, so that's like the East bracket or whatever those conferences are. This Sweet 16 is still happening right now between Purdue and St. Peter's are playing as we're recording this. I'm rooting for St. Peter's because they're the Cinderella story. The number 15 seed is playing is they're the lowest seed still, number 15. And if they win this game against Purdue, they'll be the first 15 seed to ever advance to the Elite Eight. So hopefully it happens. I'm rooting for them to win the national championship. That'd be dope. Dude, their campus, St. Peter's College's campus is in. So they're from New Jersey, but their physical campus is literally just one building. It's just like on a block.
Really?
Yeah, it's just on the street. It's just a building. It looks like an apartment complex.
Hmm.
It does not look like a college. And they beat the number, I think it was what? They beat Kentucky, which is like a blue blood school. Like Kentucky is one of the best schools in college basketball and have been for many, many years. And they lost to some kids from New Jersey pretty much. That's like the Dallas U14 team destroying the United States women's soccer team. Like you never think it happened and then it happens.
There
Uh
wasn't some like locals that no one knows about.
it- that is
Oh, so it was like McFarland. It's like a McFarland thing, right? Because nobody knew like McFarland, like the cross country. You've seen McFarland,
yeah,
right?
yeah, I have.
So it's like one of those
It's just
situations.
yeah, they're nobodies and here they are playing on the biggest stage in college basketball and winning. So I'm rooting for them. I don't usually root for
Isn't that
Cinderella
what happened with the
stories.
Ball brothers?
No,
Weren't
not
they like
even.
from nowhere?
No, they're from Chino Hills and they were the top ranked school in the country.
Oh,
Yeah. So, they're playing right now. I don't have the scores, but I hope they're winning. Kansas and Providence are playing right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas wins. and then North Carolina and UCLA are still have to play. I that could go either way, honestly. UCLA is the 4 seed, but I've always been a fan of the Tar Heels, so I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly have no idea who's going to win the national championship. It's March Madness. Anything can happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Duke goes all the way this year, especially because it's Coach K's last year. Coach K, the head coach for Duke, um, is pretty much regarded as one of the greatest coaches of all time. He's been coaching Duke for 42 years.
Wow, that's a
42
long
years.
time, bro.
42 years. That's insane.
How old is
So
he?
I think he's in his 60s or 70s. He was the head coach of the United States men's team for basketball. So
Nice.
he's a great coach. He's retiring. This is his last year. Like I said, he's retiring at the end of this year. So hopefully, I think that'd be pretty cool if they won a national championship in his last year.
Yeah.
Uh, but again, anything could happen. Houston, Villanova, blah blah blah. They're all pretty good. So we'll just have to see. I'll make a pick right here. I'll say it right now. It's either gonna be Duke or St. Peter's. There you go. I'm just throwing it out there because I quite frankly don't really care. I'm not a huge college basketball. I obviously if San Diego State was in it, I'd say SDSU, but I'm just gonna throw those two names out there because that's who I want to win. I genuinely have no unbiased opinions because there's no way to really tell.
Hmm.
Um, and so that's that. I can check the scores right now. Honestly, think St. Peter's. I really only care about the St. Peter's. Okay, so Kansas is winning 8-17. Oh, it's in the first, and then St. Peter's is winning 33-34. Oh no, sorry, they're losing 29-33. So,
Oh,
but they're
really?
close. They're close. This is the game I wanted to watch with St. Peter's.
Yeah.
All right. That's March Madness. I'm excited. Well, I think we can do like a little recap in our next episode. Like with the national championships, and we can eventually we'll get to the NBA draft, and that's when like we'll talk about
Hmm.
people coming out of St. Peter's. And then the last thing I do want to talk about, and this is going to be a huge chunk of our next episode. Baseball season is officially among us.
Yes, sir. Let's
Imposter.
go Giants.
So yeah, I did want to ask you: are you a Giants fan first or a Padres fan first?
Giants, because I'm from I'm closer to that area when I was
Yeah,
born. So I mean, like for the 49ers, because I grew up in Fresno, so you were either a Raiders fan or a 49ers fan. So I
yeah.
just kind of stuck with San Francisco ever since.
Well, Fresno's closer to San Francisco than it is to Oakland, right? Because it's south. Well, I know it's like
Yeah, but
Fresno's in
I
the
don't
middle.
think were they Oakland at the time?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
Oakland.
they were Oakland Raiders. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, I don't know
Okay.
where Fresno. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea where. I know Fresno.
Fresno's
In.
like by like Modesto and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, you expect me to know where Modesto is, but not Fresno. Okay. I know Fresno's up there. Just I didn't know if it was north or San Fran or south. What is
It's closer to San Fran. Yeah.
I kind of want to recap my history as a Padres fan for a second. So obviously being born and raised in San Diego, we've got one. Well, we had the Chargers until they dipped too. So now we only have one pro sports team. And so obviously I would go to Padres games as a kid, but baseball, like I would say my first true love was baseball, like before basketball.
Yes, sir.
I played it when I was a little kid, and I would go
Mhm.
to all the Padres games. You know how at Petco they have Park in the Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd always go sit there and watch like on the big screen, and then they had like the little baseball field where they'd let the kids play, and I'd always do that. But I never
There's a
really
lot of
paid.
nostalgia.
That's what it is. A lot of it is nostalgia. I would not really pay attention to the team. One, because I was only 6 or 7 years old, and so I stopped playing baseball, and I started playing basketball, so I stopped watching the Padres. It was always I never, not like the Padres. If they were winning, I'd say, "Go Padres," but it's not I wouldn't actively pay attention it to the Padres until, like, a year and a half ago when, I'm older now, like, I wanna start expanding my, sports watching, like, now I'm watching football and baseball and,
Mhm.
when the World Cup rolls around, I even watch soccer, but now that I'm actually starting to pay attention to baseball and, like, the all the intricate details, it's actually, like, really interesting. Plus, the
Oh,
Padres are actually
100%.
Like, the Padres are actually good. Well, good, as, we all
I
know what
mean, the
happened.
last time I saw them, the Giants won. So
Yeah, after last year's absolute total collapse, it's rough time.
Ugh.
I literally, it's funny is my dad who,
Wait, who won
also
MVP for MLB?
Bryce Harper did.
Was it? Oh, so it wasn't Tatis.
I
Okay,
think no, he was a runner or he was a finalist, but Harper won it
I'm kind of glad he
last
didn't
year.
win. Honestly, bro, I don't like the Padres.
Yeah, because
Like,
you're a Giants fan. We're in the same division. Wait, no, Dodgers are in the.
no,
Well,
nobody likes the
no, no,
Dodgers.
no, no,
When
no.
the
It's
Dodgers are in America,
Giants. No, no, no. Giants is a different division. I'm pretty sure it's Dodgers because I remember last year, uh, Dodgers and Padres are fighting over the like the wild card game.
yeah.
No, wait. I'm see. This
Wait,
is
was it? Wait, no.
I know that the Dodgers, Padres are in the same division. I'm pretty sure the Giants clinched because it's if you win your division, you get that playoff berth.
Okay.
But I know they have like a new playoff seating and whatnot.
Mhm.
Because of the whole like lockout and stuff, and that's what we're gonna kind of go over next episode. But it's more of
Yeah.
like a preview, talking about the Padres and stuff. I know that the Giants, or I don't know. I'm pretty sure the Giants won the division, so they clinched the playoff berth, and then it was the Padres or the Dodgers fighting over the wild card matchup. I'm pretty sure is what happened. So
I mean,
I
that sounds about right.
that sounds right. So I think the three big teams in California are all in the same division, which makes sense because California has like 50 sports teams like across the
Hmm.
leagues and whatnot. But I'm excited for this year. Obviously, opening day. I'm going to the game against the Braves on like the 16th or something like that. I'm gonna make sure to go to definitely Dodgers game against the Padres because I would say definitely the Dodgers are more rivals to the Padres than the Giants are, and then I would say the Giants are all like I would say everybody hates the Dodgers, and then the Dodgers has you
America
know
hates the Dodgers.
America hates the Dodgers, and then San Francisco and San Diego have their rivalries with each other and whatnot, and all the three team the trifecta. But it's gonna be
The
interesting. I know
trifecta. I like
I
that.
I know that I know that Tatis is out for like the first 3 months.
What
Um,
happened to him?
he broken wrist in like
Oh, rip.
a motorcycle accident in like uh the Dominican Republic from where like where I think he was home during like the off season or whatever
Hmm.
and got into a motorcycle accident, like hurt his wrist, which
Oh,
kind
poor
of
guy.
sucks because well, I mean, luckily wrist is not a super bad injury.
Still, that's
I think it was his left wrist too, because
oh
well, no, 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 that's a good thing because he throws with his right.
no, but still, that kind of like if it's your non-dominant, doesn't it hurt more when it's non-dominant?
Never broken a bone. I would not know.
Fair enough. That's just what I heard.
I know. Well, luckily my favorite player is Jake Cronenworth, so I get to watch the Crone Zone go to work. But I think it's really
Crown
not
Zone.
how you start a season. It's more how you finish. Um,
That's with anything.
yeah, that's
Not how
true.
you start, is how you finish.
Do I think they'll make the playoffs?
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes, I
That's just
think
me
they
being a
will.
Giants fan.
Um, just because I still need to familiarize myself with the new like playoff thing. I think it's gonna be easier for them to make the playoffs now because it's more teams.
Yeah.
So I think they'll make the playoffs. That's my guess. But
Okay.
I know Buster Posey retired, so the Giants lost one of their best players.
Yeah, that was depressing news. Cause my best friend lives in like the Fresno area.
Yeah.
He was a huge fan of Buster Posey.
Well, did you guys still like retain some guys in the off season? Because here's the thing, I get
I
so
haven't
much
kept up, man.
news that like baseball news is kind of like down there, so I don't really like get the free agent signings
Yeah,
and
I was
trades and
more kept up
whatnot.
with football news and baseball. I just know
Yeah.
that Buster Posey being gone is like, damn.
You know what? That reminds me. I wanted to hear your opinion on this. Tom Brady coming out of
Oh, I was gonna ask you
retirement.
that. Yeah,
Didn't we
and
say this on an earlier episode that we
I
were
felt
not
that was gonna
afraid?
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna. I didn't know it was gonna happen. Obviously, no one knew it was gonna happen. But like, you could kind of feel like there's no way he's retiring.
Yeah.
It just didn't
I
feel
think we were talking
real.
about Jimmy G going to the Bucks now, but like that's not gonna happen if Tom Brady's coming back for another year.
They were looking to. But it's because like he's like, oh, I got unfinished business. I'm like, you've had unfinished business. You just wanted the hype.
I think he
But
wants to retire on a ring.
he does. He 100% does. Because I mean, what else is he working for if it's not a ring? You know.
I don't know. Pro Bowl
So
experience or whatever.
I mean, the only
Get
thing that
them
mean
Pro Bowls.
if you're Tom Brady, what's the only thing that will like make you happy at that point? A ring,
Well,
you
he
know?
said it. It's rings. Yes, he wants.
Yeah.
What if he wins another one? How many does he have now? It's
He
8.
wants 9 rings.
He said that.
Yeah, one on each finger.
Then that would be 10.
He has a wedding ring.
Ah,
So
all right.
let's so he said he wants a ring on each finger and he
Well,
said
then
one
that
ring
means he
for
would
his
need
wife.
2 more. I think he has 7.
Does he?
I think he. I know he has at least 6, but it might be 7.
Anyways, like, technically the greatest athlete of all time, according
Yeah,
to like winning.
he's pulling a Michael Jordan.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Michael Jordan's pulling a Brady. You know, like
No, because
at that
Jordan did
point.
it first.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Do you think the Bucks will win this year then?
No,
Yeah, I don't think they will
the
either.
trades that have been the Chargers. Oh my goodness,
Have they
the
gotten
Chargers
better
are
or
looking
worse?
strong.
Really, who'd they get?
A lot of players. Ah, I kind of want to talk about that in another episode
Do you
because
want to say
man,
that?
yeah, I'll save that because man, just that whole division is gonna be crazy. But
I know
that's for
NFC
another video.
East or AFC East, like with Mahomes and
Ooh,
with what's his name, Allen, and then
hmm.
like all the trade. I know that we're the Dolphins because I know Tyreek Hill's going to the.
Oh, dude, that was crazy. He's going to the Dolphins.
I know, so he's playing with Tua or however you say his name.
Yeah, man, it's like that's wild.
I know.
I just
I heard people like equating this offseason to like one of the craziest off seasons they've had in like a while.
it is because you just see news after breaking news after breaking news. You make it seem like, hey, like, is it like these fake like Instagram channels posting it, or is it legit? And then you look it up, and it's like, oh crap, it's legit. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I do understand. Last thing before we end the episode, gotta get my Lakers slander in.
There we go.
They're garbage. The Lakers, 31-42.
Lakers.
They are 11 games under 500. And you know what
Really?
LeBron is doing?
What?
Instead of resting like a star should be, he's going out there and playing 37 minutes a game and stat padding.
There we go,
And
LeBron.
I sound like the most biased fan right now. And
Hey,
you know
shout out to
what? You know
LeBron.
what? I
What?
am.
No,
I
I know.
am. When the Lakers lose, America wins.
That's
And
Dodgers situation.
yeah,
Do you think the
uh,
Lakers are the most hated team?
not even a question. That's not even a question.
They're legit the Dodgers of basketball.
They're LA. It's just Los Angeles.
Everyone hates LA.
Everybody hates LA. That's not even a question. But the Warriors are kind of struggling right now. We got some news today. James Wiseman is not coming back. He's our center that we drafted in 2020. He's the number 2 overall pick, and he was about to come back because he got a meniscus surgery. That
Mm-hmm.
was 11 months ago, and then he was about to come back last week, and then his knee started swelling up again.
Whoa.
So he's sidelined for the rest of the
Slowing up from
season.
what?
I think playing, honestly. I honestly don't really know because nobody knows. Like they've been really like
Kind of
not
secretive about it.
It's very secretive, not very transparent with like how he's been doing. Um,
They don't want to like freak fans out. That's why.
but by not saying anything, they're kind of like freaking them
Yeah,
out
they're still freaking
anyways.
it out.
So
Yeah,
that's
so it's kind of like
problem because he was going to be our backup center, and
and
now
number 2 pick overall. Like that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So people are already labeling him a bust. I'm not. I'm kind of. I'd give him like 5 years because I mean he's only 20. He's literally our age. Um,
Yeah.
so
Dude, isn't that crazy? People are so young already, like
that's what I'm
making
saying,
millions
dude.
playing in that, dude.
It is
Like even
wild.
in like Call of Duty and stuff like that, like they're
I
just like
know, and
making
here we
millions
are sitting on our butts recording a
talking
podcast.
about them. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, so I think we're in trouble to say the least. I think Steph Curry can carry us to the promised land, but I do think that we're in trouble if Draymond Green doesn't have a really good off or a really good postseason because he's kind of our center now. And that's about it. I
What
know
was he
that.
before? Was he always a center?
Well, so Draymond Green kind of plays our center because he's one of the best defensive players of all time.
Hmm.
But the problem is you can't play one guy for an entire basketball game. You need him to take breaks. And so we have Kevon Looney, who's our a starting backup center. It's weird because the way it works is Draymond starts at the power forward at the because there's 5 players. So he starts right here. Kevon Looney starts right here. And
Yeah,
then Kevon Looney will go sit down and take a break. And then Draymond will move to the center position and a bench player will come in and play power forward.
and
And
that's
so
why he's
the
called the starter as well.
exactly. So
Oh, yeah,
um you can't just have 2 guys be center. You needed a third bigger guy, and James Wiseman was supposed to be that guy. He's 7'1", and so
he's 7'1".
yeah, 7 feet 1 inch. Put on like 15 pounds of muscle, and since we last saw him, he looks a lot bigger now. And now we
These
don't have him. That's the problem. We
these
don't have him anymore.
basketball players, man, they're freaking giants.
Yeah, Steph Curry's 6'3". That makes you feel any better?
No, I knew that, but he's still really good.
That's true. He is. LeBron's 6'8", 250 pounds of straight muscle. And his team's still 11 games under 500.
How do you think? Do you think height makes like a huge difference?
As someone who is
Like
short
if you're
in terms of the
like if you're
basketball
born
world.
short, like you're kind of screwed.
Oh, just in general, yeah, I think
Yeah.
height does help. I think there are
Do you think you can
significant
work hard enough to like become the best, or are you
in
kind of like automatically
basketball.
disqualified? Yeah, in
No, you
basketball.
totally can put in the work. I mean, Muggsy Bogues in the 80s and 90s was 5'3", and he's an NBA legend.
Okay.
So, and then Isaiah Thomas right now, he's 5'9", I believe, and he was a 2-time All-Star a couple years back. He was almost like the leading scorer. So no, I don't.
Wow.
Yeah, I misunderstood your question. Yeah, no, height definitely does not like
Like, will you like if you're born like
you.
5'6", are you automatically like screwed to ever make it like pro or
No,
NBA?
no, but
Okay,
being taller does give you an advantage
the
because there are
advantage.
guys like if you are just a coach and you look at a dude who's 7'2", you're like, all right, I want him on my team, even if he's never touched the basketball in his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll train them or whatever. But then if you see
Exactly.
some guy that's like 5'3",
Five.
you're kind of gonna
You
like
already you
already.
have to work harder than the guy who's 7'2".
Yeah.
Yes, I would
So
agree with
so then
that.
the coaches are gonna be like, okay, that's one downside already. You know.
Yes, yeah, exactly. They're short. That's their downside. Yep, I would agree with that.
Makes
Alright,
sense.
next episode we will be doing in a couple of weeks. We should have guests. I know I've said, like, we were supposed to have guests last
We're
couple
gonna have
episodes,
guests. We're gonna have
but
guests. Next episode, 100%.
we definitely wanna get our friends on, like, other Padres fans, but just baseball fans in general, talk about, kinda recap the lockout, um, the season going forward and whatnot, and kinda just maybe we'll do a fantasy
You
draft.
should just slander the Padres the whole time while they're there.
No, no, no. We don't tolerate Padres slander on this podcast, sir. Only
Unless it's for
Dodgers.
me.
Unless no, not even that. Only Dodger slander. Dodger slander is only allowed. Uh, so yeah, I would say Padres baseball is going to be a large majority of next episode. Again, we appreciate everybody listening and watching thus far. Um, this is going to go on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube if you want the video portion. Follow our social media, our Twitter. That's where like we post updates. Block Party Pod is
Sure.
most of our handles. And ideally, I want to get more mailbags. Like I want questions to answer. Like if someone asks a question, then we answer it on the next episode and whatnot. But
Mhm.
eventually we'll get there. Anything else before we head out?
I think we're good, man. That was
All
good.
right. We will catch you guys next month. See you later.
Later.